What is up, people of Earth? Welcome back to another episode of Third Eye Selves. This, speaking into your headphones and your speaker. My name is Natalia, and this is, well, I just said it, Third Eye Selves. This is a podcast. This is a super sick podcast called Third Eye Selves, where we talk about enlightenment. Okay, it is too early for me to be doing this. What is up, people? Yeah, it's 7:30. I mean, it's not that early. Okay, yeah, it's pretty early. I mean, I don't know. What do you consider early? I think that's all perception. Everything's all perception, guys. Yeah, this is a podcast. If this is your first time, welcome. Welcome to the podcast. We, on this podcast, talk about, first and foremost, self-realization. The realization that the self, the internal self, is actually one with the universal self. Or are they just, yeah, they're just one thing. They're just one thing, guys. They're not separate. Myself and yourself is part of the same self. We host that same universal self. Other topics we talk about are personal development, self-improvement, however else you want to say it, becoming our greatest versions, conspiracy theories, law of attraction, manifestation, ETs, what else? The GOV, other things, guys, other things, esoteric knowledge, you know the list if you've listened to this before. If not, that's okay, you'll figure it out. You could figure it out. You guys are smart. If you're here, that means you're smart. That is also perception. Anyways, guys, welcome back. I'm sorry I did not do a podcast last week. I can't believe it. Like, literally, how many times did I miss this month? Or this past month? I feel like I only did like two episodes last month. It's been crazy, guys. I don't know if I mentioned last time, but I've been juggling 2 jobs, and it's mainly just running around. Like, I'm running to one job. As soon as I'm done with one job, I run to the other job. Luckily, my other job, I work from home, so I'm just running home, but still, I have to run home and do work. It's not like I'm running home to hang out. I wish I was. But, yeah, that, and then what else? Trying to have a business, guys. That takes a lot of time out of your day. That takes up most of the rest of my day. So it's like I work, and then when I'm not working, I'm working on my business. And I don't know, I've just been preoccupied. Not preoccupied enough to have this podcast. I've just been, my brain keeps making me miss it for some reason. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I hope you guys haven't missed me too much. So, yeah, that's pretty much what happened, guys. This week, this episode, we're going to be talking about, what are we talking about? We're talking about, it's the end of the year, guys. If you're not on my mailing list, please get on my mailing list. I know when people say mailing list, they're like, man, I don't want to get on your mailing list. But trust me, guys, you want to get on this freaking mailing list. Why? Well, if you're on my mailing list already, you know why. But if you're not, you just gotta find out. It's so good. It's so good, guys. Man, some people might be like, it's not that good. But you know what? Perception. Perception is key. Perception is key. I actually commented that on something. What was it? It was like, it was a post on Instagram. And then, man. I wish I had it. I wish I could find it. Somebody said something. And then I said, perception is key. Or I said something, and then somebody said something back. And then I was like, it was like an opinion thing. And then I was like, well, perception is everything, or something like that. And they were like, what? I thought it was pretty funny. Man, let me see if I can find it really quickly. Oh, what the hell? Your notifications don't even tell you. Oh, wait, never mind. It was just glitching out. Oh, yeah, it doesn't even... Okay, let's see. Hold up. We're trying here. Yeah, no, it only tells me like up to 4 weeks, and then that's it. It must have been longer than that. But it was it was funny. It seemed like they got super confused, and they were just like, what? But that was the point. That was the point. It was to confuse them. Only smart people would get it. No, I'm joking. I didn't stop saying smart people. What does that even mean? Okay, so anyways, this is a podcast, guys. I'm sorry. I've been like ranting, and we haven't even cued the intro music. We haven't even gone into the whole episode yet, and we're already talking about, okay, we're not really talking about anything right now. So what I was gonna say is what we're talking about today, and then I started talking about the mailing list. The reason why I mentioned the mailing list was because I said it's the end of the year, and I'm doing this whole end of the year thing in my mailing list. So last week was the introduction to the end of the year. Like, this is the last month of the year, guys. And I know time is an illusion, but however, as my boss likes to correct me, it is the last, it's a cycle, okay? Like, we created these cycles. These cycles are very ancient in time, I guess you could say, but despite the time, this reality, us as humans, this earth, everything, it runs in this cycle. And this earth especially runs in the cycle of the seasons, and this is how we began to kind of construct months and years and see how many cycles it went through. So cycles are just a natural thing, and we created time based off of these natural cycles so that we can maneuver them a bit better, I guess. Specifically for farming, I would say, so we can know when to grow the crops, when to harvest the crops, and then it kind of became like the basis of our freaking reality. But anyways, so it's the end of the cycle. It's the end of the year cycle. And it's so weird how these cycles work. This reality is so weird, man. It's so like what? I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's crazy. But it's just so weird. So anyways, we're going through this cycle. We're ending this cycle. And as we know that the year is ending, so you're like, oh yeah, it's like, okay, you can understand, yeah, it's the end of a cycle. But within our lives, like, we see these cycles in our lives. Like, a lot of people, like, we're just gonna be talking, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. We're gonna be talking about how it's the end of the year and how it's the ending of this cycle, and energy updates, what's happening right now with the closing, the ending of this cycle, the opening of new cycles, and a bunch of other new things, and how we can end this year on a good note. End this year how we want to, and end it in a way that opens us up to an amazing next year. And that's kind of going to be the theme of this month. Let me see what day. Hold on, where's my phone? I don't know. Oh my god. Command not a. Okay, that's fine. I like dropped my laptop on my other laptop and it pressed all these buttons. Okay, let's find out when the hell Christmas is. Oh, okay, so Christmas is on a Saturday. What the heck? I feel like last year I recorded the podcast on Christmas Eve. Didn't I, guys? If you guys have been listening for a while now, oh my gosh. For a while now, I absolutely recorded the podcast on New Year's Eve. Oh, it was on New Year's Day I recorded the podcast. Okay, that makes more sense. Well, now this year it's going to be on New Year's Eve. Okay, so yeah, we will have a podcast then. I was trying to figure out if we would be recording that day. And I did one on Christmas last year anyways, so I don't see why there would be a problem. Okay. So yeah, we have like the whole month, guys. And then yeah, we'll be the 28th will be the last Friday that we meet in 2021. Man, this year was like nothing. Well, it wasn't like nothing, but like what the heck was this year? What the heck was last year? Last year was pretty weird. Yeah, last year was weird. Like a lot of things happened last year. Then this past year, I mean, I guess I could say a lot of things happened too, but not really. I don't know. This year was weird. It was like a weird transitioning phase or something. I don't know. Anyways, this is Third Eye Science. I didn't mean to start the whole episode, but cue the intro music.
Third Eye Science. Third Eye Science.
Alright, so we are back, and before we get into anything, a big shout out to the most powerful shout out to the biggest sponsor of this podcast, which is my company, The Writings of Natalia, an experience created to help you awaken to your spiritual nature, your highest potential. What does this mean? That is divinity itself, the universe. The Writings of Natalia is a brand. That sounds like as a scripted commercial. Trust me, I'm not reading from anything. The Writings of Natalia is a brand specifically created for you to immerse yourself in your spiritual journey and your spiritual nature. Me, as a very devotional person, this is like the most perfect thing. I know there's things like spiritual gangster and like, man, that's honestly the only one I know. I don't know of any other like spiritually based or conscious based brands. If you guys do, let me know, but mine's like the only second one I know. And spiritual gangster, like, that's like surface level things, and I think it's very I honestly haven't even been on their website, but I know that they have like a lot of girly things. I don't know, that's definitely not my aesthetic, and it's super gender fluid, gender neutral, unisex, like guys and girls can both wear it. If guys want to wear the crop tops, go ahead, knock yourself out. That's not my call. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't say girls crop top, it says everyone's crop top. But anyways, so yes, it is a spiritually based brand, devotional based brand for you to represent your spirituality and your spiritual nature and always involve yourself in it. I have clothing on the website. There's shirts. If you go on the website, this is something that only you guys know. There's a super sick sweater collection on there. I haven't advertised it yet, but it's super nice. I would grab those now before the prices go up, before they are high in demand. And I have these really cool journals, guys. I'm releasing the perfect journal for you to have at the end of this year to bring into the new year. I'm going to be releasing it very soon. I want to say next week. So if you're listening to this by next week, it should be released already. And yeah, this journal I created front and inside, the cover, the inside, everything. My prayer journals are a bit different. I only designed the cover, the outside, the inside is just basic journal lining. But yeah, guys, I have journals for you to be writing your manifestations, your dreams, your creations, and clothes to represent your spirituality, to always immerse yourself in this lifestyle. Because if you practice spirituality, if you study it, I don't know. I mean, I don't know you personally, but again, like I mentioned, I'm a very devotional person, and I love spirituality. I love my practice. I love my studies. I love everything about it, and I will continuously immerse myself in representing that. And it's like a combination of super modern and also devotional. So like I don't want to always walk around looking like a hippie or like a freaking guru or a swami, where people will be like, oh, she looks like she lives in a temple or something. Like that's completely my style one way, but then also like I want to represent that, but in a very modern and casual way. And that's exactly what the writings of Natalia is. The aesthetic's very minimal, and it's meant to bring your spiritual nature, that spirituality, into your modern day life and represent it all the damn time. So, sorry, I coughed. Check that out. I also have services. We can do a whole treatment plan where it's basically me and you doing a whole mentoring program or consultation, coaching, however you want to describe it. Oh my gosh, hold on. Something's like in my throat. Give me 1 second. But yeah, sorry, I had to grab some kombucha this early in the morning. It was just sitting there, so that's why I grabbed it. But yeah, that's basically what it is. I have services. We could do one-on-one card readings. I do personal card readings where I will read your cards. This doesn't have to be in person. It could be virtually over video call. We don't even have to be video called. I've done so many card readings just through like Instagram chat. So we can do that. It's literally like not expensive at all. It's not overpriced. It's like, so just do it, guys. Especially if the end of the year and you want to enter the new year and ask how the new year is gonna go and you don't know how to read your own cards. This is perfect, guys. I will give you a really good in-depth reading, and it lasts about an hour. But yeah, we can do mentoring. I assist you on your personal journey. So whatever you are trying to accomplish, I can help you move towards. I can help you create more personal power within yourself. I can help you create an ideal spiritual practice and ritual and routine for yourself so that you're practicing your practices diligently and actually excelling and ascending in your spiritual path. So it's a full out experience, guys. It's shopping, it's reading my books, reading my blog posts, poetry, listening to podcasts, these sounds that I've created, looking at these aesthetics I've created. And there's videos, there's photos. Just check out the writingsofnatalia.com, guys. So thank you so much for listening to that. That was a pretty long description of the Writings of Natalia. So check it out on Instagram. It's at the Writings of Natalia. Check it out, the website, thewritingsofnatalia.com. And take a look around, guys. I have some really good gifts. If you know somebody who is also on the spiritual path that might like some of the things I have, why don't you get them something for Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate from my shop? It would mean a lot to me. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Back to the main episode. I have Haku here on my lap. She wants to say hi. So yes, it's the end of the year, guys. I don't know what freaking song is playing right now. I'm about to change it if you don't mind. I have like gaming music on. Is this what people listen to while they're gaming? You know what I used to listen to when I was gaming? Classic rock. I used to really like listening to Tom Sawyer by Rush while playing Call of Duty. Like that was like my favorite thing for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. That was Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer. Okay, anyways, so is it, guys, before I even get into is the end of the year, okay, well, actually, let's talk a bit about that. We'll kind of move back and forth. So, like I mentioned before, this is the end of the cycle. We're closing a lot of things. You may be seeing this in your personal life, but there are a lot of things ending. And if they're not completely ending, but you see them moving towards ending, so like there could be certain phases in your life, like maybe it's a job, maybe it's a house, maybe it's a business deal, maybe it's a friendship. You see that this, whatever cycle it is, whatever it is coming to a close soon. And it could be on the edge of coming to a close. Like, you can see it having the possibility of coming to a close, but it's just not, it needs like a push or a nudge, especially if you want it to come to a close. That's when you come in. And this is the time to be consciously making the effort to close these cycles. We need to be reflecting on the cycles that are closing. So if we feel these cycles are ending and we see them coming to a close, we need to reflect back onto them. Realize the lessons that we've learned from them. Like, okay, I learned this from this, I experienced this from this, I enjoyed this from this. Mostly lessons we learned and how we can use them in the future. Reflecting back on the cycles, seeing how we learned from them, seeing how they benefited us, and then consciously making the effort to close them. So this could be ending the business deal, ending the friendship, ending whatever job you may be working at, ending the contract, or whatever it is, right? So reflecting back on it first, seeing how it benefited you, and then putting in the effort to put it to a close, especially if you want to move to a new phase in life and you feel that closing this cycle, ending this cycle, will propel you into that new phase. So, like I mentioned, you may be seeing this in your life now. You may be noticing a lot of cycles are ending, a lot of cycles are closing, and this is just because this main cycle, this end of the year cycle, is coming to a close. So this just naturally reflects within our own lives, because we are part of nature. We are one. The internal self, whatever self we claim, is no different, no separate than the universal self. And that universal self is that main cycle. And we are just a bunch of humans going through our own mini cycles within this giant cycle. So, the thing I was gonna hop back and forth to was, what was I gonna say? Damn it. Oh my god. And the more I try to think about it, the more I forget. And this was the main point, guys. This is the main point. Oh my gosh, how did I forget? Hold on. It does not tell you where, like, what time you guys will see it. It only tells me, like Australia. I think I have, like, a couple of listeners in Australia. But, okay, let's see. So, it's gonna take place at 7:33. What is this? Universal? What the heck is UTC? Universal time? Is that what it is? Oh, it is. Coordinated Universal Time. What the hell is that? I didn't even know that. Okay. Okay, so Universal Time. 7:33 Universal Time, which is 1:33 a.m. on the morning of December 4th. So tomorrow morning at 1:33 a.m. for people in North America. So North Americans will not see the eclipse, unfortunately. Some people located in the southernmost tips of South America, Africa, Australia, and New Zealand will experience the partial phases. The path of blah blah more, I was gonna say math stuff, but it's definitely not math, whatever, geological stuff. Yeah, I can't tell you guys what time you'll see it. Just use Universal Time. 7:33 Universal Time. That is, if you are in, I have no idea what, Australia? Okay, Asian, let's see. Because I know I have a lot of listeners in India. So let's see what time you guys will see it. Man, I really care. It doesn't tell me everything. Okay, guys, 7:33 Universal Time. You could just look up what time is 7:33 Universal Time in blah, 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 wherever you are. That is when the solar eclipse, so it's going to be tomorrow. But the main point of me sharing this is this universal, oh my gosh, I was going to say this universal eclipse. I mean, it is pretty universal. This solar eclipse is happening during the new moon. The new moon, we know, new beginnings, right? The solar eclipse is taking place during a new moon. Not only that, it's taking place in Sagittarius. And this means, well, what does this mean for us? Sagittarius is a very... Me even saying Sagittarius, I have to mention something after this, but don't let me forget, guys. Hold on, let me see. I was just reading on a solar eclipse. I'm gonna read this for you guys because, you know, I'm not your local astrologer. This is something you gotta get from somewhere else. Let me see. December, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, it's an eclipse of Sagittarius Gemini. Interesting. Okay, wait, I'm trying to look for the article I was reading. Sorry, guys. Sorry, pardon the wait. I feel like everybody just writes the same damn article and just, like, words it differently. Okay. So Sagittarius energy represents the future vision, optimism, beliefs, spirituality, truth, international matters, and the quest for higher knowledge. When a total solar eclipse activates this energy, it initiates life-changing events in this area of life. This particular eclipse is significant because it's the final in the Gemini-Sagittarius cycle that we've all experienced since June 2020. Wow. Now, this lunar event will put the finishing touches on the progress and evolution over this past year and a half. One important and positive aspect to note during this total solar eclipse in Sagittarius is the soothing trine connection to Chiron, which is like I think it's like a blue dwarf planet, blue dwarf. What the heck is that called? Blue dwarf. I don't know what the heck that's called. An Aries retrograde. Okay, this is a bunch of astrology stuff that doesn't. Basically, what I read. This wasn't the same thing that I read, but it's basically new beginnings. It's opening us up to a new phase. It's like the solar eclipse is destroying the old phases. Like, it's putting a close to these phases that are ending, but it's starting up a new phase. It's the beginning of a new cycle. And I know that the beginning of the new cycle is more towards like the yearly cycle, again, is at the end of the year. So the end of December, beginning of January, obviously. But this solar eclipse is coming towards the end too. It's this entire month that we're closing up things. And the reason why I'm doing an episode on this is because I need you to become aware that this is the time to close things off. It is December, it is the end of the year. Whatever we want to bring into the new year, let's bring into the new year. Whatever we don't want to bring into the new year, let's not bring that into the new year, okay? So, again, closing anything off that no longer serves us. As the article that I just read mentioned, it's propelling us for a new chapter in life, our future vision, right? So, whatever is happening this month, it needs to be in preparation of the new year. So, again, closing the cycles, ending those relationships, ending the things that you don't want to bring with you into the new year, so that when you enter the new year, it's on a clean slate. And not only is it on a clean slate, but you're well prepared with your visions, with your intentions, and with your energy. So I say the theme of this entire month should be preparing for who you want to become and what you want to do in the new year. And If this means switching up your routine, preparing yourself for a new routine, what you're going to do, then do it, guys. So for example, I know a lot of you, if you read my freaking blog posts, if you listen to the podcast regularly, you may know I have trouble waking up early in the morning. And this never actually used to be an issue for me. I used to be a very, like, early bird. I would wake up super early. Like, for example, when I first started this podcast, like season 1, when I was living in downtown Los Angeles, and I was on my grind. I was like, 2020 is going to be my year. I was waking up at... It depended, because for a month, I practiced yoga at a studio downtown, and I had to work early in the morning too, so I had to go before work. But I also had like a sadhana practice that I was doing also daily, so I would always do yoga first. I couldn't do anything without doing yoga first, so I would take like, I think it was the 6 a.m. class. I think I would take the 6 a.m. class. I would leave my house at like 5:30. No. A little bit before 5:30, so I can make it to the 6 o'clock class. Either that or it was like a 5:30 class. It seems super early in the freaking morning. But I would wake up easily early, do yoga, come back, do my sadhana, get ready for work, and I'd still have time left over. And that was like the most perfect thing for me. Like, I felt like I had all the time in the world. I had nothing to do. Like, it was amazing. And I don't know what happened. Then freaking 2020 happened. My entire routine changed. Where I wasn't staying at home anymore. I was staying at my teacher's house or my boss's house, as I mentioned before during that period, because I was also recording the podcast over there too. And I was waking up later. I think I was like depressed because of the world was coming to shambles, and I couldn't see my boyfriend. It was super sad, so I would wake up like when I wanted to. There was nothing for me to do. I wasn't working or anything like that. Then, when I moved out, I tried getting back into that routine, but I don't know, it was a bit hard. And I think ever since then, it's been hard for me to wake up early, even though, like, I don't know, it depends. Some days it's easier for me, some days it's not. But I used to be on a routine where I'd wake up early, so as part of me entering the new year, I am spending this whole month literally practicing self-discipline. That's what it is mostly, is self-discipline, is disciplining myself to actually get up, because I wake up, but if I'm like tired, then I'll just turn the alarm off and just go back to sleep immediately without even realizing it. And like a lot of the times I just fall back to sleep without even realizing it, and then I'm like, man, are you serious? Like, I was supposed to wake up early. And it's just like within that moment of the alarm going off and me turning it off, there needs to be a decision right there. Like, get up from bed right this second so that you're awake, or lay in bed, because of how I fall back to sleep is like, oh, okay, I'm gonna wake up. Let me just lay down for 1 more minute. Like, I'm awake, I'll be awake just laying down, but this bed is so comfortable, and it's that 1 minute that puts me back to sleep. It's that poor decision within a split second that knocks me off my feet. So, practicing more self-discipline this month by forcing myself to get out of freaking bed so that I could actually get stuff done, because I'm disappointed in myself every time that I don't wake up early, because I miss all of these hours and the opportunity for me to get stuff done. And then I complain to myself, oh, there's so much to do, I have to get so much stuff done, and I'm not allowing myself the time to get those things done. So that is one thing that I'm doing, is disciplining myself to wake up early this month, because I know when 2020 comes, or 2022, oh my god, when 2022 comes, there's no more time to be playing games. And I mean, right now, there's no more time to be playing games either, but for some reason, I'm still playing games. So it's mostly strictly self-disciplining myself this month. Another thing that there's another thing that I'm not going to mention until like the new year. Until the new year, guys. That I am preparing for now and will inform you about next year. But it's, again, about closing these cycles and not bringing them into the new year. Another thing that's happening is... What is it? I don't know. I think that's mostly it for me right now. But but try to figure out. But the other thing is like a big thing. What I'll tell you next year. What you guys need to do. Sorry, not the next thing. What you guys need to do is realize what is closing in your life, how you can bring it to a close, reflect on it, and also reflect on the things that you want to close. Like, maybe these things aren't closing on their own. Maybe they're just sitting there, and it's your decision. It's up to you to choose whether or not you want to bring these things into the new year. These situations, these people, these experiences, whatever it is, into the new year. So reflect on what is it that is in your life right now. This month is the month of reflection. Reflecting back on this past year, but reflecting on the things that are current in your life that you don't want to bring into the new year. Again, think of this month as a portal, stepping into a new cycle of your life, a new phase in your life. And in entering these new phases, in entering these new cycles, we don't want to bring the things with us that are holding us back or holding us down or making us feel bad or anything like that. So, in me saying that, listing the things that you may not know are holding you back or bringing you down, or you don't know what to end, what cycles to end. Some ideas are the things that don't make you feel happy. If there is a certain person, a certain relationship in your life that is not fulfilling you, that is not making you happy, that doesn't give you positive vibes and make you feel good about yourself or make you feel good about your future or uplift you, if there's any sort of relationship like that, you need to reflect on that relationship and think, is this relationship really worth holding on to, or is it only gonna hold me down in the future? Is it holding me down now? So that's relationships. Think about maybe a job. Does this job fulfill me? Does it make me happy? And do I see myself excelling in the future with this job? Yeah, more questions like that to ask yourself. If not, do you think you're ready to move on to maybe a different job? Maybe you're moving on to starting your own business. Maybe you're moving on to become a stay-at-home mom. Whatever it is, think about how it's serving you. I think that the main idea is letting go this month of all the things that do not serve you, because your life is for you, okay? And in creating your dream life, and this is what really Third Eye Sipes is really about, and also the writings of Natalia, is embodying your highest potential, creating your dream life, creating your dream reality. And in doing this, in your dream life, in your dream world, in your dream reality, right? You don't have the things that hold you down. You don't have the things that make you feel bad. You don't have the things that make you feel tired or low energy or drained or not feeling good about yourself, anything like that. None of that is in your life, in your dream life. All the things that are in your dream life are the things that fulfill you, are the things that make you happy, are all the things that make you feel complete and worthy and powerful and successful and all of those things. And in creating your dream life, in order to do that, you need those qualities to reflect in your present moment. So, in order to create your dream life, your dream reality, you need to step into that. What does that look like to you? Does that have all the things, some of the things that you have in your life now? What does it not have? And can you release those things now? So this is toxic relationships, toxic work environments, toxic home living situations. Maybe your home situation is not ideal. Maybe the people in your household only bring you down, only make you feel worse about yourself, only, don't share share the same vision as you, right? Don't uplift you to create whatever it is that you want to create. Don't inspire you, right? Maybe it's time for you to move on to a different home living situation. And what does that ideal living situation look like for you? Okay, I was like, look like for you. And how can you create that now? How can you look for that now? So say it's the home living situation right now. think of this in two phases. There's this month and there's next month. Next month is next year. Next year is the entrance into the new phase, into the new cycle, right? This month, December, is the closing, the ending of a cycle. So this month, decide now all the things that you want to leave behind in this year and don't want to bring with you in this new year. Home living situation. So you come to the decision, I don't want to be living in this situation in the next year. And even if you are still living, so say, okay, I'm just going to do it like as a personal example so I can better communicate it. Say I don't like where I live right now. I don't like where I live and I don't want to live here next year. So I make the conscious decision that I'm going to leave behind where I live now in this year, and I'm not going to bring it with me in the new year. So I'm making that decision right now, and I'm going to start looking for a new place to live for the new year. By doing this, I am creating the pathway into moving into a new location for the next year. So I'm looking for new places to live. Once I find a place and I see that I have the money available, okay, so maybe I don't have the money available. Maybe I start saving now. Maybe I take on a side hustle. Maybe I do a favor for somebody, or I do a small job for somebody and I save up money. Start saving up money now, looking for places now. Once you have the money, say maybe you already have the money or you've saved up enough throughout this year, then you have enough money. Look for a place. Find out if you can move there maybe by the end of January, maybe by the beginning of January, maybe by February, whatever it is. Lock it in for the next year. So even though if you move into the new year and you're still living in the old place, it's fine because you already created that pathway to it's not like next month is the entire year. It's only next month. And again, it's that opening phase. It's the doorway into the new year. So just because you're not living in the new place by January 1st, that's fine, because you may be living there by February 1st. You may be living there from March 1st, and you still have the entire year of 2022 living in your new location. But it's the paving of that path that is very important, and we need to be doing that this month. So if it's a new job, start looking for a new job this month. Maybe put in your resignation letter this month, and you won't be entering it into the new year, and you have another job set up for you in the new year. Maybe it's a relationship. Reflect back on this old relationship. See how it served you. Talk to this person. Tell them, I really appreciated, the lessons we've learned from each other. I don't know, whatever the situation is throughout this past year. And thank you for the lessons that I've learned, or whatever it is, or the times that we spent together. But this relationship is no longer serving me. And if that person is very toxic, they're going to want to cling on to this relationship. And it's up to you to actually fully cut that cord. So saying, I appreciate it, but this relationship is no longer serving me. It's not healthy. It doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't uplift me. And I'm looking to bring the uplifting and inspiring and healthy relationships into my life, into this new year, and this is just not one of them. I don't see this being one of them. So we're parting. That's it. Whether it could be, and it doesn't have to be like a spouse relationship. It could be a friendship. I'm talking about friendships, like personal relationships, like spouse. I don't know how you say that. Spouse relationships, business relationships, work relationships, family relationships, and whatever it is, any sort of relationship that no longer serves you, that doesn't make you feel good, that isn't propelling you into your best future, leave it all behind, guys. So you have to make that decision. And also, keeping in mind who you want to be. This is a new phase in life, guys. It's not just a new year. It's a new phase in life. And do you want to become a better person in this new phase, in this new life? Do you want to become a stronger person, a more wise person, a more powerful person, a more assertive person, right? Decide who you want to be in this new phase in your life. And you literally have a new chance at life every single day. But to take things a bit slower, think of it as the end of this year, you enter the new year as a new person. If you want to become more assertive, if you want to become more powerful, think about all those qualities of that ideal person that you want to become. Start to embody them, but also list the things in your life that you can change about maybe yourself, your routine, the things that you attract, and how you can switch those to become a more ideal situation, or have those qualities, like change those qualities to fit your ideal person. So, for example, my ideal self wakes up early easily every single day. Wakes up at 5 a.m. easily every single day. The best I'm doing right now is 6:30, 6 sometimes. And I want to wake up at 5. And my highest version, my ideal self, wakes up at 5 a.m. easily and has a perfect morning routine. So by trying to embody that, by embodying that and making that my reality, I'm forcing myself this whole entire month to wake up early so that I can prepare myself for this new phase in my life where I'm gonna get up early. And it's gonna be easier if I phase myself into it, right? So I'm forcing myself now, and it's a struggle now, but once you get into the routine, it's gonna happen easily. So things like that. If you want to become more assertive, what does that mean for you? Does that mean demanding the things you want out of your life? Does that mean saying no when you mean no? Does that mean turning certain social events down, or turning people down in order to protect your own mental health, maybe? It could be freaking anything. Just see who you want to be, what you want to accomplish, and what the qualities are of achieving that. And then in this month, embodying those qualities, bringing those qualities into your life. Guys, if you need some assistance in becoming this greatest version of yourself, this most highest potential of yourself, please consider doing coaching calls with me. I can absolutely meet you where you are, tell you the things that can be adjusted, the things that can be embodied in your life, the changes that may need to be made in order for you to be that person, for you to become that person. As a very personal, if you want it to be a very personal experience on how you specifically can achieve this within yourself, I highly suggest doing coaching with me. I have a 30-minute free consultation call. It's 30 minutes free, absolutely free, that you can book on my website right now, guys. What you're gonna do, and I'm gonna tell you right now really shortly, or really quickly, I didn't mean to say really shortly. The easiest way you can do this, there's a few ways you can do this, but go to my Instagram, Natalia of Earth. Click the link in my bio. I'm doing this with you right now, so I'm not messing anything up. Click the link in my bio. You're gonna scroll down through the links until you reach the Writings of Natalia category. It's gonna be the third link that says book me for private sessions, and it has a star icon. You're gonna click that. Once you click that, it's gonna bring you to my appointments page. First, you're going to see a therapeutic yoga session, which you can absolutely book with me. I am a certified therapeutic yoga teacher. And the second one is a 30-minute diagnosis intake call. You can see that it is free. It's going to pull up my schedule, and you can book this free 30-minute intake call with me, where basically we talk about your situation. We talk about, since it is only 30 minutes, we talk about who you want to be and where you are now. Where are the qualities that are missing? You should be fully aware of this, of where you are lacking, what your ideal self is, and where you're not embodying that. After the 30-minute intake call, then I create a treatment plan. And what this is I reach back to you and say, here are all the things that I think we need to work on. And then from there, we do the treatment plan. So we'll have regularly scheduled consultation, mentoring, coaching, whatever the freaking word is that you want to call it, sessions. We'll have these private sessions together, and we'll slowly work on these things. And trust me, guys, it will launch you into who you want to become. This is not only a coaching session, but it is a session for inspiration, for something, because my job is to communicate universal messaging to you. I am a strong believer that whatever you hear, you are meant to hear. Whatever you know, you are meant to know. Whatever you experience, you are meant to experience. And God, the universe, divine source, whatever you want to call it, speaks to us constantly, every second of the day. And if you are inspired by something, if you have this inspiration to create something or start a business or do this or do that, whatever it is, these are messages from the universe trying to push you forward to live your best life. And I am the medium for that, okay? I am the universe speaking to you. The universe is speaking to you through me, and this is my job here. This is literally all I talk to the universe about, and this is why I am here. I talk to the universe every day and say, please continue to use me as your vessel to speak to people on how to create their best lives and how to embody divine wisdom. Please continue to use me as your vessel. I am literally speaking. I am the universe speaking to you through me. Literally, right now. This is the universe. Hey, what's up? I'm the universe. No, I'm joking. No, but it's true. It's true, guys. So if you really want to create this new version of yourself in the new year, I highly suggest doing this diagnosis call with me, and we can have a complete coaching sessions throughout next year, and it will be amazing, guys. I can help you guys. But I also highly suggest a card reading. If you don't want to do a whole treatment plan, coaching sessions, that's fine. You could just book a card reading with me, and I can tell you what to expect within the new year. I can show you what is ending in this current year for you, how to move smoothly through this transitioning of the new phase from the old phase, and what to expect in the new phase. So, guys, if you really want to know what's happening, if you really want to move towards this higher version of yourself, I highly suggest coaching or at least a card reading with me. It could really help you. I have tons of testimonials from clients, from people that I have done just simply card readings with, and it has helped them so much move through their life more easily. So I highly suggest that. I don't know how I started talking about that, but my point is, find out who you want to be. Find out what you need to do to become that person, to create that dream experience, that dream reality for yourself in the new year, and start embodying it this year. At least start listing those things now and see what you can change now. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna end it here. We're gonna be talking about this all for the rest of this year. I guess not this specific topic, but mostly pertaining to this end of the year cycle, how we can be moving through this more easily. If you're not on my mailing list now, I'm doing this in my mailing list too. Whatever I'm saying in my mailing list is completely separate from what I'm saying in the podcast, guys. So if you do want more information, if you do want weekly guidance, because that's what the newsletter is, I send it every Monday evening. I don't bombard you. I only give you one email a week, and it's every Monday evening, and it's telling you the intention for the week, but also, again, this theme of the month is the ending of this cycle, the closing of this phase, and how to prepare for this new cycle, this new phase in your life. So if you're not on my mailing list now, here is how you can get on it. Get back on my Instagram page, Natalia of Earth. You can do all of this from the writings of Natalia too, but it's really up to you, guys. Best, easiest, a lot of people only have my Natalia of Earth one. That's why I only mentioned this one. Anyways, go to Instagram, Natalia of Earth, click the link in my bio, and it's the second link. You don't even have to scroll or anything. As soon as it pops up, it's the second link. It says receive weekly emails. You're going to click that, you're going to enter your email, and I'm going to send you an email every Monday evening. And specifically, this month is very important because I'm going to be providing personal insights and practices on how we can embody this new version of ourselves, how we can smoothly end and close these cycles in this ending of the year, and how we can move more smoothly into the new year. So get on that list, guys. Book a free 30-minute consultation call with me. Even if you don't decide to do the treatment plan after the consultation call, that is fine, because either way, I'm still gonna present you the practices and things that need to be worked on. So even if you don't want to work with me, but you just want to pinpoint your weaknesses or the things that you should be working on, maybe you don't know what you should work on, maybe you don't know where your weaknesses are or where you're lacking or where you need to be working on, if I said that again, then this call is perfect for you. So you can book that from Natalia of Earth. You can also book that from the Writings of Natalia link. It says book sessions or something like that. I don't know. But it's book private session or book a private session with me or something like that on the Natalia of Earth link. Okay, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm sorry I didn't do a podcast episode last week, but I'm sure you survived. Also, I just want to give a big freaking shout out to all of my listeners this past year. I posted my Spotify Wrapped for Third Eye Sipes on my story, I think a couple of days ago, and it was amazing, guys. We hit 2 more countries this year. Not as much as I expected. No, I'm joking. But we're super popular in India and Germany right now. I know I have a few people in Germany on my mailing list right now. I have a bunch of people in India on my mailing list right now. And yes, thank you guys. We were up by, what, 76% followers, listeners? I spent like 44,000 minutes in episodes or something like that. Crazy stuff, guys. I just want to say thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this year. A lot of you guys that have been listening to me this year have been longtime listeners since possibly the first year that I started this podcast. We're moving into our 3rd year of recording, guys. We started at the beginning of 2020. We started the podcast at the beginning of 2020. That's all of 2020, all of 2021. And we are moving into 2022. We're starting our 3rd year of Third Eye Sipes, guys. Thank you so much for inspiring me and keeping me motivated and keeping this podcast going. I would not be recording here if it wasn't for you guys, okay? I probably would have stopped this a really long time ago. And I just want to say thank you. I'm so grateful for you. Please continue to support me, support my work. Check out the Writings of Natalia. I would love to see you guys wearing some merch that I created, and it would be amazing. Let me know. DM me on Instagram if you would like Third Eye Sipes merch. I am thinking about it. That may be something that happens in the new year, but please let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. And if you are interested in Third Eye Sipes merch, what are you looking for? T-shirts, sweaters, bags, anything, posters, whatever it is. Let me know what it is that you want, and I will see if I can create it for you, okay? You are my people. If you feel like if you're dropping everyone in this old year and moving into the new year with no one, know that I am here with you. I am here for you, and I can be one of your people, guys. I am only here for your growth, for your spiritual development, and for you to become your highest version. I will never put you down. I will never tell you you are not worthy, because you are boss as hell. By the way, I created a freaking TikTok, guys. If you don't follow me, because nobody really follows me, it's so cringe. Like, I can't even believe I'm on this platform. I feel like I'm on a platform for, like, I just can't. I've already had my rant about TikTok. Anyways, I created it. It's Natalia of Earth. If you want to follow me, if you want to make fun of me, go ahead, knock yourself out. It is Natalia of Earth. That is my TikTok. And I'm going to try to post on there as much as I can. But a lot of things I will be posting are things on self-development, inspirational things, affirmations, you know, the things that I do. So that's it, guys. Okay, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you found some insight in this episode. If you like this episode, please give it a rating in the Apple Store. Leave a review. I really appreciate that. That helps me so much. So please leave a review, whatever you're listening to this on. Give it a rating. Share this with a friend that you think might benefit from. Share the Writings of Natalia with a friend, a family member, whoever you think could benefit from suggest coaching sessions with me. I can help almost anyone. And I don't say that in a cocky way. I'm trying to say that I can help you guys. So let me help you. Let me help you. Okay. Bye.
Hari Om. This episode has been brought to you by the writings of Natalia.com. Jai Ma.